Hey guys, Quick and Quasar here, back again with another Battlefront 2 video. In this video I'm going to be showing you how, well, kind of like my best strategy, my tactics for getting more credits and crafting parts. I found credits and especially crafting parts to be super hard to come by. I've been binge playing Heroes vs Villains if you haven't seen my Battlefront 2 streams. And yeah, you don't get a lot of crafting parts in Heroes vs Villains. I'm going to start this video with, just saying Galactic Assault is basically the best place to sort of the best thing to play to get more credits, and obviously you get crafting parts out of crates. To get crates, you need credits. So Galactic Assault is generally the best place. Starfighter Assault can be pretty good too, but Heroes vs Villains actually the worst to play if you want to get credits, if you want to unlock more credits or get more credits, so you can unlock more credits, get more crafting parts. It's basically down to the fact that Galactic Assault, there's the most players, the most opportunity for kills, there's the most objectives, so there's the most opportunity and highest probability of getting like objective-based score, from, holding a point or something, defending a point, to helping your team take out an AT-AT or an AT-ST. There's the most opportunity for score in Galactic Assault, basically. And obviously heroes are in as well, so there's just so much opportunity to get like score and get points in Galactic Assault, and then the more points you get, the better you perform, the more credits you will get at the end of the match. Now I, like I said, play a ton of Heroes vs Villains, and I went about it completely the wrong way because I love Heroes vs Villains, and I figured if I just play it constantly and do as good as I can, I'd get more and more credits. But the thing is, because it's the smallest game mode in the game, it really takes a while. Plus, the servers are pretty crap on Heroes vs Villains. It takes quite a while to find a match Heroes vs Villains and find enough people to start that match. Whereas Galactic Assault, you click on it, it's the most popular game mode in the game. So you can always find a game in it, you can always find a match in it, and like I said, very, very good for harvesting points, harvesting credits, binging credits, basically. Now, okay, we've established that Galactic Assault is the best mode to play if you want to get more credits. Here's the thing though. What I did was I played Heroes vs Villains tons, like I said, and I put all of my points and all my crafting parts into my heroes and my villains. I'll show you now, actually. I'll show you. Look, I've got freaking Maul up to level 20. But then when I go into my assault class, my heavy class 9, 2, my officer class is 2. For God's sake, that speaks volumes. So I basically put all of the crafting parts and credits and crystals into just upgrading my heroes, and especially Darth Maul and Rey, are my two sort of focused ones. And the problem with that was, when I realized that Galactic Assault was the best place to get credits, as soon as I went into Galactic Assault, I sucked. That was so bad because I'd played Heroes vs Villains for so long. Obviously, as a hero or a villain, it's very different. It's a very different gameplay experience to someone who, like a sniper, a specialist, or an officer, a very, support-based class, or a heavy or an assault. I was really bad at it, but also I was really bad because I didn't have any of the upgrades. I didn't put any of my crafting parts into upgrading any of these classes. So I was going against guys with like level 20 heavy classes who have amazing purple star guard upgrades for the heavy class, and I was like, what? Why am I losing so much? And because I was losing so much, I wasn't getting any. I was getting like 100 credits at the end of every match because I was doing so badly and getting so few kills and so few points. So what this video is about, the trick to this video and the trick to this, to getting more crafting parts, play Galactic Assault, but ignore all of the heroes and all of the villains. Don't put any crafting parts into heroes or villains. I've realized now that I did it completely the wrong way around. What you want to do is play Assault, Heavy, Officer, Specialist. Choose which one sort of fits you. You got to pick one. Don't pick a couple. At first I was switching between Assault and Specialist, then I was switching between Assault and Heavy, then Assault and Officer. Pick the one that you really want. To me, right now, it's Assault. That's the one I like the most. I think it's the most effective for my playstyle. Play a ton of Galactic Assault. Sort of find out which class you want the most, and then dedicate to that. Dedicate yourself to that. And then when you've dedicated yourself to that and just playing as that and getting good with that, the star guards that you're going to want to get are, well, I'll show you the ones that I've got now. Currently, these are the ones that I've got for my assault class. They're going to be a little bit different for the heavy and for the specialist and for the officer, but generally they're the same. Generally, you can find these same sort of cards that keep you alive longer and make you just all around better, and passive sort of they increase your power passively basically. So this one, Survivalist, your health regeneration delay is shorter than normal, so you'll regenerate health faster after taking damage and losing health. This one, you gain battle points at an increased rate. Very useful because it means you can get into tanks. Oh my god, I love those droid tanks on Naboo, they're so goddamn good. Heroes, you can get heroes faster. Starships, you can get those faster. Super useful because it means you can reach that advantageous point of the match before other players who don't have the bounty hunter card. And resourceful, all of your abilities have shorter recharge times. All of these are really good. Health, obviously, power basically, and faster recharge times. So for me, I can use my shotgun ability more often, and I can use my grenade more often as well. And the reason I picked these, the reason I would recommend passively sort of passive improvement cards over something like the iron grenade or the thermal detonator. Thermal detonator, improved thermal detonator. This thing is a beast, by the way. It is really good. It's good and everything, but it doesn't affect every aspect of gameplay. If there's a guy in a room, a really closed-in room and sort of small room, you throw this into there, then it's gonna get the kill and everything, but then that's just one kill. It doesn't improve your overall gameplay, and it's not going to improve your gameplay in Galactic Assault or your performance in Galactic Assault overall. Whereas these three here, they will. And this one here, for example, when you defeat an enemy in melee combat, your abilities refresh and you gain a small amount of health. That's not really useful, it's not, because unless you go around frickin' punching people in the face and knocking them out, which generally isn't a good idea on a big, wide open Galactic Assault map, that's not going to be useful. Something like that one's kind of useful. Gain a small amount of health for each defeated enemy. Something like that, like passive star cards that improve your performance passively. Now the reason I recommend these, I'll go into heavy class now because I know there's similar ones for heavy. Survivalist, yeah, Survivalist is in the heavy class. Wait, there it is. No, that's it there. That one's good. You gain a small amount of score for each hit that you take. That's obviously gonna, so even if you're a bullet sponge, you're still gonna get tons of score at the end of the match, and therefore get tons of credits or more credits at the end of the match. See what I mean? That it's the same for every class. And the reason I recommend these is because since I've upgraded these cards to 2 greens and 1 blue, I'm saving up to upgrade that one at the bottom to blue. Since I've upgraded those, I've seen an improvement from about 6 kills per match. I'm not very good on Galactic Assault because, like I said, I'm super out of practice. I just play heroes versus villains generally. But I went from kind of like 6 to 7, maybe 8 kills per match to about 18, sometimes 20, sometimes 25 per match. And that was over the space of like an hour. Just upgrading these star cards with crafting parts that I had saved up, waiting to upgrade more to like purple star card level. Now the reason I wouldn't recommend, I would recommend just ignoring those heroes and villains. Don't upgrade them at all yet. Upgrade these first because these are really good for, you know, just getting good at Galactic Assault, getting like a steady stream of crafting parts coming in. And then once you've got all of these star cards to purple or even just blue, at that point you can start sort of putting more crafting parts into heroes. Plus, it makes no sense if you don't play heroes versus villains, but you just play Galactic Assault or, I don't know, like Starfighter Assault, but you still put all of your crafting parts into heroes. It makes no sense because you could be the best player in the world, but you're still not going to be playing as a hero for the majority of the time. You're going to be playing as a trooper class, or an assault class, or a heavy class for the majority of your time. So it makes sense that you would upgrade these first. I made this massive mistake. If you watch my streams, they're all uploaded as like archive streams on my channel. You'll see what I did. I made this such a bad mistake because now whenever I go on Galactic Assault, I'm terrible at it because other people have sort of put upgrades into assault classes. They destroy me 1v1 if it's a fair fight, so I have to take them by surprise, or I did have to before. But now I'm sort of leveling the playing field and getting good with this because I've upgraded these. That's what I'd recommend you doing, because if you do that, you will see more credits coming your way. And also another thing, just before I go, another thing that I would recommend don't unlock trooper crates. The thing about trooper crates is they cost 4,000 credits, whereas hero crates, or even starfighter crates, let's go with hero crates, they cost half that, they cost 2,200. Now the thing with trooper crates, you're probably not going to get the upgrade or the star card that you want, even with hero crates. You shouldn't open crates with the sort of the intention of getting a star card out of it, I don't think. The reason I open crates, and the reason I try and open crates as often as I can, is to get more crafting pots, because crafting pots, you can upgrade any star card you want, I'll show you now. You can upgrade any star card that you want, as long as you've got enough crafting pots. Look, I'll show you now, this one, I need 480 crafting pots to level it up to purple. Nowhere there does it say anything about crates, does it? And it's highly unlikely because of how many cards there are and because of how many classes there are and different guns and different abilities and stuff. It's highly unlikely that by opening a crate or two, you're going to get the thing that you want. You're going to get the item or the star card upgrade that you want. So don't open trooper crates. Even if most of your gameplay is focused on being a trooper, don't open trooper crates. Just open hero crates. You'll actually get the same amount of crafting parts out of a hero crate that you will from a trooper crate. Trooper crates do not give you any more crafting parts than a hero crate does, but trooper crates cost twice as much. It makes no sense. So just go for the hero crates because, like I said, you got the same amount of crafting parts. It's just going to cost half. So you're going to be able to open hero crates, you know, crates twice as often because they cost half as much. And just, yeah, like I said, upgrade whatever class you want, Assault, Heavy, Officer, Specialist. So you're really good in Galactic Assault and Galactic Assault Battlefield. In the maps and everything in each Galactic Assault match. And just keep playing it. Keep playing it like probably 3 matches, 4 matches maybe. I might, actually no, it'd take a little bit longer. Basically though, you play a couple of matches of Galactic Assault, you'll be much closer to being able to afford a crate than you will if you play a couple matches of Heroes vs Villains or Strike, for example. It'll take a lot longer if you play Heroes vs Villains or Strike than if you play Galactic Assault. So that's my new and improved way of getting crafting parts. I wanted to make one of these videos before, but I realized that I really didn't have a good way of getting more crafting parts. I hadn't figured it out until now. But try it out. Let me know what you think. Since I've started doing this method, I've seen a lot more crafting parts. I showed you before. I've upgraded these to 2 greens and 1 blue. Did that over the course of like 2 hours since changing my sort of strategy and outlook on getting crafting parts in Battlefront 2. So I'd recommend that. Very good way of doing it. Let me know what you think. And obviously let me know if you guys have got any advice for it as well. Because I need it. I really need it because I want to max out all of these star card upgrades for Assault. Then I can move on to upgrading more to get him to maxed out level and purple level. Anyway, that's going to do it for this video. If you guys enjoyed it, leave a like. It would really help me out and I would really appreciate it. If you want to see any more of my videos, definitely stick around and subscribe. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next